All right, so we're tearing into this 125 today. Working on the reed valve system. It's a little bit difficult to get to. I had to take the rubber airbox membrane out, or just kind of push it backwards pretty far and kind of removed it from the airbox. So it'll slip right back in. But you got to take the frame guards off. I'm sorry, not the frame guards, the engine mounts on both sides, the pipe to get to it. And the throttle body's just kind of hanging in there. I just kind of moved it out of the way. But I am installing a set of VForce reeds on this bike. And here is a top view of the two reed valve systems. On the left is the VForce system. VForce 4, I believe. And on the right-hand side is the stock reed valve. And it's hard to see here. But it's pretty, a little bit of daylight on those reeds. This is a brand new, I haven't even run this yet, but it's got a little bit of a restriction going on there. Not huge. But this one you can see. Let me see if I can do this way. There's kind of a knife edge on these dividers, which is pretty typical of when you're doing porting on cylinders and stuff, to knife edge the exhaust port bridge in the middle on the pipe side, and some of the transfer dividers on the underside of the ports of the cylinder. I've done it many times and had pretty good results. And this doesn't have really a little bit of daylight shown in there. But I also was taking note of this, basically that stopper plate. And what happens is and you'll see that, let me point to it real quick here. Sorry. This stopper plate and this stopper plate are just vastly different. This is huge. So these reeds, when this goes to open up sideways, is going to hit that stopper plate pretty immediately. See how far it protrudes out here. All right, and that's supposed to prevent high RPM flutter. If you look at this one, you'll notice how far back that stopper plate is right there. It's real far back. So this reed will be able to, lift open more to allow some more airflow. This angle is identical, which is pretty critical. I don't exactly know what that angle is. I would check it with my little angle finder. But yeah, this is the VForce 4. I'm going to be installing this, and then I talked to my dyno guy, and we're going to try to get this in there next week. But the amount of work that it's going to take me to do that on the spot, like I was going to dyno the bike bone stock, then do it with the pipe set, and then do install the reeds and do sort of 3-pull stock, pipe, and then pipe and reeds. But the amount of time this is taking me to do this, I think I'll be holding up the dyno for a couple, an hour or two. And I know it's time is money with these guys. So this is the part number for the reeds. Okay. And it looks like it says, 2019 MX Plus, Husqvarna, but I don't know. It's we'll see. I would imagine that this is going to have a little more, should add a little more snap to this throttle response, and I'm thinking it's gonna help some of the high RPM throttle response and a little bit of pull. If you looked at some of the dyno sheets that Two-Stroke Performance was doing, it looked like it was down a little bit up on top, and it didn't quite rev out as far. And I think this will help, and I think that also the pipe I got coming, there's a silencer right there, and the pipe's right next, so I got an FMF full system that's going on here as well. So, yeah, VForce 4. You saw that part number, some gaskets that go on it. And I'm going to try to put this back together and not pull what left I have of my hair out. And cool. I'll post some results when we do get to it, but we're picking at it. All right, man. Take it easy. Appreciate y'all. God bless.